Disney. Today we're under the sea with Lyric Theater as they get ready to raise the curtain on their 2025 season with Disney's The Little Mermaid. With songs kids and parents know by heart like Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl, and Part of Your World, Lyric promises fun for the whole family with this modern Disney classic. The Lyric Theater Company staged their first show in 1974 at the largely neglected former movie house stage known as the Flynn. Since then, Lyric has delighted Vermont theatergoers with productions popular and classic. And joining me to talk tales, thingamabobs, and tritons are Andrea Cronin, Artistic Director for the Lyric Theater, and Lila Trudeau, who plays Ariel in the show. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you for having us come in.
We're happy to have you, and we're about a week away from the curtain going up, so you feeling ready?
Yeah, I think we're...
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Great. Well, we're excited to see it. And Andrea, this is kind of a big undertaking. Stars a crab, mer people, a sea witch. So how are you kind of approaching that?
Well, there's, we're approaching it mostly with costumes, I'm going to be honest. So we have 30 costumers in the back there building all these amazing undersea costumes.
Quite a crew.
Quite a crew. And they're all volunteer, which is even better, right? So we have people from all over coming in to build us. I mean, we have Under the Sea. I mean, not only do we have Ariel's tail, so we have 7 mer sisters, right, all together. So we have tails, fish tails. We have a crab. We have seagulls that tap dance. We have a lot of unique characters, which is great. King Triton. And of course Ursula, who is our villain of the show, and her many tentacles that go along with that. So yeah, we have some really exciting, fun aspects to the show, which I think people are going to be really excited to see.
Absolutely. And you were telling me before, because it's a Disney show, there isn't too much flexibility, but you guys are still going to make it your own.
Yeah, of course. You know, there's the show takes place basically in two areas. So you have the Under the Sea version, so what's happening under the sea, and we are mostly using costumes. We also are using projections to help the audience dive under the ocean, and then we, of course, the second act we move up to the above world area, and we get to see where the castle is, and we meet Chef Louis, chefs, and we have some great featured numbers under like Kiss the Girl, where we have a lot of creatures that get to everything from flamingos to turtles to frogs. So we have some really fun things that I think people are going to really enjoy seeing.
Absolutely, everything but the kitchen sink. It sounds great.
I think so. I think so. That's, at least it feels that way right
Great,
now.
I'm sure. And Lila, we mentioned the incredible costumes that you guys have. So what's it like to wear a tail?
Well, I mean, when I got the part, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, first thing I thought, Disney princess. And then it dawned on me, oh, I have to walk with legs, but pretend I don't have legs. And I mean, I love a challenge, so I've really enjoyed being able to dive into the physicality of the character. And you wouldn't think that that really affects how you portray it, but it actually is huge. Like, as soon as I started to walk with like itty bitty steps and imagine like my legs being glued together essentially, I think it really helped imagine, like, for me, that I was under the sea.
Absolutely, get into character, I'm sure. And did you grow up watching The Little Mermaid?
I did. I mean, I wasn't like, I'm a little young, like I wasn't born when it came out, but I would say Ariel is definitely one of the princesses I think of first when I think of the Disney princesses.
Sure, so is it incredible to sing these classic songs?
Yes, I mean, I would say I was a little intimidated at first, honestly, because I mean, these are like some of the Disney songs, honestly, but I've really enjoyed it because they're just all so beautiful and amazing.
Absolutely. And Andrea, is it a challenge to work with something as classic as The Little Mermaid, or is it a great opportunity?
I think it's a great opportunity, honestly. I mean, I think I agree with Lila. There's some amazing music, and we have some great singers that are really tackling those songs. And she does a wonderful job on Part of Your World, which is is so near and dear to my heart. And Lila's great at portraying the kind of the spunkiness. Ariel's always been sort of the fun, spunky character, a little defiant, and knows what she wants, and she'll do anything to get it. And that's what's great about that particular princess. And so, for me, that's why I identified with The Little Mermaid, and why I thought this would be a great show for the Burlington community, which has never been here before. So we really wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to portray it on stage.
Absolutely, a unique experience for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And Lila, you're in high school, is that right?
I am.
Where do you go?
I go to Burlington High School, also known as the Macy's, downtown Macy's High School.
And what year are you now?
I'm a junior currently.
And this is the theater for this is a huge range of ages and experiences. What's it like?
Honestly, like, it's so amazing to be able to be a part of a production with, like you said, like so many people, like whether they're like veterans or people that are brand new. Like a lot of the cast, I believe, is brand new to the Lyric stage. It's just amazing. Yeah.
And do your friends at school know you're in a play?
They do. They're all very supportive. They were very excited when they found out, and a lot of them are coming to the show.
Sure, great for ticket sales, I'm sure.
I've been spreading the word. Don't worry.
And is this the first play you've been in?
No, actually. Last spring, I played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz for Lyric, and I'm also involved in a lot of other community theater projects like Very Merry Theater. I recently played Eurydice in Hadestown, which is one of the first Vermont productions of it, I believe.
That's great.
Yeah, that's great. And are you learning a lot? Like you said, sometimes you're working with some theater veterans. Do you learn a lot from them?
Yeah, I would say, yes, definitely from people who have been doing so much. Like, you can do so many plays, and I mean, no character is the same, so there's always a learning opportunity. And when you have different cast members you work with, different creative teams, I mean, it makes for a completely unique experience every single time.
Absolutely.
And Andrea, talk a little bit about what a community production this is.
Oh, it's a huge community production. We have about 200 volunteers participating. 30 of those volunteers are costumers alone. They come from all areas of Vermont, and you know, we have an electrical engineer who's helping design our eel costumes. So we have electric eels that are in the show. So we're trying to make sure that we have them light up, of course. We have people that I think, you know, from all aspects. I mean, I think that's really unique about Lyric is that I can walk down the street now and I see so many people that have been involved, and whether that's on stage. I mean, you have a small group of people that we have a cast of 30 of those people, and then you have that many extra people that are just come in and help us behind the scenes, from building the sets to doing the projections, because we're using projections to help bring in and show when you're under the sea, and some of our backgrounds and some animations. So we're bringing in people that have a great skill set that's unique, that we obviously can't have all the time. And these people are volunteering and coming forward and giving us their time to help us create a beautiful product. And we're so fortunate to have that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And are all of the players from Vermont?
All of them are from Vermont, but they're from multiple areas of Vermont. So I can't even just say that they're all from Chittenden County. We actually have a few of our actors that travel outside of Chittenden County, Franklin County. We have a person from Middlebury that travels up and goes to rehearsals 4 times a week.
Very
So
long commute, yes.
it's a long commute.
A production worth commuting for.
Yes, I think so. And that's what's really great. So you get people that come in, and what's great about it too, when you're volunteering, if you're not a cast member, people are able to come in and just give whatever time that they can give. So it's not like we say that you have to give us like so much time. They come in, they might take a project home with them and work on it from home. So that's what's really unique about Lyric, in that all of this is done. The whole show is pretty much done, except for maybe our orchestra members, without being paid, and are all volunteers.
Absolutely. And it might be a little bit late with the show a week away. It might be a little late to sign up to help this time, but if somebody wants to get involved for your next production,
absolutely.
How do they do it?
Yeah, we have they can visit our website, and there's lots of information on that. So that's lyrictheatervt.org.
Are you looking for any expertise, anything out there?
You know, I think don't limit yourself is what I'm going to say, because every production is unique. And I would say 5 years ago we weren't ever doing projections or animations, and now we, with technology being the way that it is, we have incorporated that, and it's given some of our volunteers a unique opportunity to learn even more about like how to animate certain aspects of the show. So we've kind of combined that animation with some practical special effects that are happening in the show. So so to have to find somebody that has a skill set like that is pretty cool, that people are coming out and they are thinking, okay, I have this, where can I put this talent to use? And
Absolutely.
Lyric is happy to have you
Sure.
come.
I'm sure, yeah, practice,
for
yeah,
us.
it's great. And Lila, have you been in any high school plays as well as larger community productions?
Yes, this year I was in my high school's production of Matilda, the BHS drama program. Amazing program. COVID dwindled like pretty much everything, but I think it's so slowly starting to bounce back. And I mean, it's a different environment entirely than Lyric, but I mean, theater is theater, honestly.
Yeah, what makes it so different if you can pinpoint it?
I mean, they're all high school kids. They're all
Sure.
kids. Like I'm working with like a lot of adults, but also just, I mean, we're not performing on the Flim stage. It's very much just a come out and have fun sort of environment. But I would say I still learn a lot from even that experience.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a matter of practice too. All right, and then this is also accessible for more than the regular theater audience.
Yes.
So can you talk about the ASL?
Yeah, we're doing, we have an ASL interpreted show, that's American Sign Language, interpreted show for the hard of hearing and deaf. And then we're also doing I'm trying to remember what the word is here, audio described show that we're doing for the blind and visually impaired. It's on Sunday afternoon. So yeah, we're doing 2 unique performances for those folks that need that assistance. So,
Absolutely, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were talking a little bit before, you were talking about boats and some of your crazy set pieces, so highlight maybe something that was like a bit of a challenge to kind of put to stage.
Well, yes, we do have a ship that we are bringing on, and we actually are using, it's unique because we're using part projection for the back of the ship, and it actually kind of floats up and down, which is really, so it'll give people the idea that the ship is actually on the ocean, where and then we bring in the set pieces themselves that actually make the front of the ship. So our cast has been working on bringing that in and out and on stage quickly, so that we can bring that ship to life. And Lila here has gotten used to being on several rock pieces, so we to signify when you're in the ocean and when she's above the ocean versus being under the ocean. And then we have Ursula's lair, and we have a giant clamshell, like one of those really big giant clamshells that will be on stage that is her throne. And so we're bringing some unique aspects to, and kind of our own little interpretation of what the under the sea elements might be and how we can bring people into the sea.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to do when you're in Vermont and on a stage. So
Sure.
we've come up with some kind of really unique ideas, and I think people will feel like they're transported.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I am every time I'm in the rehearsal space, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's been different for me because for most shows, for choreography purposes, you're just worried about dance, but we're not only worried about the dance moves, but we got to think about how these creatures might actually move while they're under the sea. So we've been bringing in a lot of talking about what certain creatures might do and how we can get them to move a little differently with their
workshopping some of
bodies.
that.
And one of the, I think the 2 that probably embody it the most are our 2 eels, Flotsam and Jetsam. And so
Great.
I think people are going to be really impressed with their choreography and how they move to signify that they are under the sea creatures.
Sure. Lots to see. I'm excited. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. And Lyric Theater Company begins Disney's Little Mermaid brings Little Mermaid to the Flynn main stage on Thursday, April 10th through Sunday, April 13th, with matinees on Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. For tickets, you can call 802-86-FLYNN or online at the website listed on the screen. And I want to thank the crew behind the scenes here at WCAX who always make sure we're part of their world. I'm Jolie Whitney. This is Across the Fence. Have a good one.